tonight,
You are listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
Pass me the lampshade, I'm drunk again. Blew my drug money on a quart of gin. Well, I am a cultured man with tastes discriminating, but I'll settle for a tall glass of anything. Well, am I the only one drinking tonight? The only one drinking tonight. The only one drinking tonight. The only one drinking tonight. Well, am I the only one drinking tonight? The only one drinking tonight.
Hey, it's a special edition of the Doug Stanhope Podcast. Chaille and I have now gone 3 days, both of us 3 days, without shitting our pants. I'm shilling applause here. I'm shilling applause. It's been since Thursday night or Friday morning since we last shit our pants. Now it's Sunday afternoon. I feel better.
Well, I had no idea that you were going through that. It was almost like I had a sympathy shit.
Chaille was out in Los Angeles seeing his mother and spent the last night with Brett Erickson at the comedy compound there on Curson Avenue. And he went, fuck, I'm only going to have 1 day to spend with the Bretchels. And I go, we did one night and it was enough. Yeah. We fucking couldn't wait to just get out of Los Angeles altogether and distance ourselves from the shame.
But then it was like, oh man, I only have one night. That'll be plenty.
Yeah. And so the next day I get a text from Chaille, all misspelled. Several. Oh, sorry. I'm backing up at both ends. I might have to leave to take a shit. Or break my stellar record of 72 hours. So yeah, you texted me. You were fucked. You guys stayed up all night. I know Hennigan called me, and Hennigan says, oh, yes, yeah. Oh, I was up and I tried to, was it an Irish exit? Is that the,
yeah.
Tried to do an Irish exit?
Where you just slip out without saying goodbye.
Yeah. We call it a Hedberg.
Yeah.
Hedberg was fucking notorious for doing that. I'll be right back. And you never see him again. And he said you guys were so fucked up and engrossed in each other's conversations that he just stood up in the middle of the room and walked right out, and no one even made eye contact with him leaving. And I went, oh, that's definitely a Coke or Adderall thing. And it was Adderall. Yeah. Everyone waiting for the other guy to finish his sentence so they can start talking. They don't give a fuck about you, Brian Hennigan.
Well, he was in the corner plucking away on his phone or his iPad or something. He wasn't really engaging in what was happening.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Yeah.
It makes you feel really fucking boring. Like, all right, just leave the party.
You know what? One element of the festivities you forgot to mention was Hennigan showed up before we went to lunch and handed me a sack, and it had 3 750 milliliter bottles, the 3 ingredients to Negronis, and that's how we started.
Oh, all right. You said 750. I thought you were saying airplane bottles.
No.
Like, they have Campari in airplane bottles? That'd be fucking.
Oh, awesome. No, he handed me basically the makings for the night that we had. That was the Negronis.
Did you sell Negronis to other people? Were they drinking them?
No.
Just you?
No.
I like that. It's like smoking menthol cigarettes. No one's going to fucking bum them from you. I like it.
Actually, I did. I got everyone to try one. Patty, she's a bartender. She knew what it was. And, what was it? Hennigan, was like, oh, and tasted it. And I don't think he finished it. I think I finished his. And then, Erickson and I were on the Negroni train.
Finished everybody's.
Yes. Yeah.
You were like the fucking nephew in Caddyshack.
Spalding.
Yeah.
Drinking the drinks with the ashed cigarettes in it.
Exactly. So, oh man. Yeah, this might be a shit. Oh, God damn it. I'm holding it. I'm good. I've been sick, but we'll get to that. So I'm getting texts from Chaille where he's out, at the airport and, he was tweeting that he had my credit card and was telling everyone the bar he was at in that terminal saying Doug Stanhope's buying. Come down for drinks.
It was what they call a tweet up. But I forgot to even mention that in there, like hashtag tweet up or something.
I don't even know what a tweet up is.
A tweet up is when you like say, hey, I'm at this gate. I'm at gate 8 in the Southwest Terminal, LAX. Anyone else around? I'm here for an hour and a half. But I sweetened the pot because I was pretty fucked up. And I realized I had your credit card.
People showed up or didn't?
No one showed up knowing that I was there.
Not from the tweet, but the people that you met at the bar. You were buying great. Them drinks regardless.
There were,
for fuck's sake.
What? One group, that must be, wasn't Gretchen coming over?
All right.
So, at one point I had, 2 ladies that were, that worked for the school system in Sacramento. Beverly was one gal, and then, both cancer survivors. I was very chatty. Both cancer survivors. We were talking about Floyd, cause we've got the upcoming party. And, then,
you haven't slept all night.
No,
now. You're
no,
on, Adderall and fucking 24 hours of cocktails.
It was a lot of drinking. And it was great. We had a great
all
time.
Your texts are so fucked up and misspelled. I could figure out what you're saying. But Tracy called and said, there's no way Greg's going to be able to drive home. And no shit. Yeah. So we got you a hotel at the airport that you could walk to.
Well, the people that were meeting up with me, one of them, one group of people, they actually knew who you were. It was funny. So I had them sign your credit card. But, I made all of them, they had to take a picture with me if I was buying drinks. So that's what I was tweeting as well, or Instagramming.
All right. So you get on the plane. I talked to you right before you get on the plane saying, stop talking. Don't talk to anyone.
So, did you say that?
Yeah. Just sit down and don't say a word. Don't breathe towards anyone, which you didn't do.
No, not at all.
Because when you landed, you go, this is how fucked up I was. I talked to the guy next to me for the entire flight.
Yeah.
Which is, that's...
Good guy.
And as a traveling comic, next to stealing jokes, that's one thing you just don't do, is talk to the person next to you on the plane. And you've talked to him the entire time, repeating yourself.
Yeah, it was animated on my part and boring probably from his standpoint, but I was fucked. I shouldn't have been on the plane.
I'm gonna see it. Let me see what I got.
You're looking up on your phone?
Yeah. Hang on. Do. Up all night, drink and Adderall, all misspelled. Yeah. Up with 2 P's. I love I love LA. And then that's at 1:56 p.m. before the flight. And then the next one is at 5:17 p.m. I walked out of the cab. I walked out of the cab and just shit my pants. Should I get room service? So I said, cab, how shot-faced are you? Autocorrect. This is how shot-faced I am. It's Ian. I talked the guy, me, the entire flight. I do remember giving Adderalls away at the airport bar. I said, nice, good podcast material. Write it down. Don't assume you'll remember. Duck off. This is my life. My is MR. I'm busy with a V at the end. I'm washing underpants. They'll dry nice over the railing, I say. Indeed, thanks for the room. And the next picture is a picture of a Negroni that you got at the bar.
Yeah.
So you got out of a cab. First of all, the fucking airport bar, the Sheraton 4 Points that we stay at Tucson Airport, is a couple hundred yards from the baggage claim. It's that close. Tom Brady could hit it with a rock. Literally.
Absolutely.
And you got into a fucking cab. You're so shit-faced. And it's not like this is your first time there. You know how close it is.
Yeah, I do.
But you had a bag that you couldn't.
No, it was a backpack. It wasn't even like a roller bag or anything that was cumbersome. It was with me. But the sad part was this guy was the front of the line.
Oh wait, the bag that you left at the airport bar
Yeah.
to get on the plane.
Well, it was with my phone, so they were safe together. Those are the people I gave the Adderall to. They were alert. When I got to Tucson, I was I just had to get to the curb. That was it. I'm done. I made it. And the cabbie did not want to give me a ride.
Because he said no. He said, hey, take me
no.
to the 4 points, and he said no.
But he can't say no. Because I said, well, I'll go in another one. He goes, no, I have to. Because he's at the front of the line at 5 o'clock,
Yeah,
5:40.
that's such a fuck over to a cab driver. And I've had to do it where like it's a shitty hotel or motel and their shuttle just never shows up and you're like, fuck you. And then you do what you did is overpay them going, hey, I'm sorry to fuck you over, but they're not sending a shuttle.
Yeah, because anyone in the area that is going to stay in the hotels would just wait for the shuttle. Yeah, I couldn't. This was before I felt any kind of like yearning to get going. This was just, I just needed to
loaf.
Oh my God. I just needed to get out of being around people and I just want to go to the hotel.
So you drive 40 to 50 seconds and then show up at the hotel front door.
It was 45 because you had to wait to make the left.
No lights.
No lights.
No lights.
No, not at all.
So you pull up, and not only is the cab driver mad, now you're shitting your pants.
Well, I mean, how lucky was he?
If you were a long fare, he's happy to get back in line at the queue at the airport.
Well, he would have had to go to the car wash. Yeah, I popped out and it did. That was it. And it was one of those things. It was like, wasn't I was thinking that something was going to happen. I was just like, I took a spirited step. And my body said, hold on now. I'm going to ruin your morning. And that was it, man. I was like, now, oh fuck, what do I do? What the fuck? And
yeah,
then,
when you texted, I just shit my pants, should I get room service? I didn't think for a second you were kidding.
No. And I'm standing there going,
if you're that drunk, you don't take the time to try to figure out how to text, I shit my pants, unless you just shit your pants.
But the great thing was, I could just beeline it right into the front desk. And then I got a room key, went right up because you guys saved my ass on that one. Cause I could not have stood there.
I almost, my plane's later than like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I just assumed that I'm going to be drunk when I get off the plane and I stay there. So, yeah. And
yeah.
And this is the bartender.
This is that thing where you thought you sat in something. And then you've got to walk like down through the mall parking and you're like, is there something? But you can't. You know
you're
what
not
I mean?
going to stick your finger between your cheeks and smell it. It's not the first time you finger banged a 13-year-old.
I don't know what that means.
When you're 13 and you finger banged a girl and the first thing you did is smell your finger. Or after she left, if you're a gentleman.
Or
anyway. Sorry, I'm fighting one off. I don't know if it's because you're talking about it.
You're sweating, and I wonder why.
So yeah, I shit my pants 3 times in that 24-hour period, which is a fucking record. I've been sick since 4 or 5 days ago. At first, I thought it was discount 50% off tilapia.
That's what I think it is. So.
Well, no, I didn't even puke till 24 hours later. I get what you guys know my fetish for discount meats at the Safeway.
Fetish, it's your routine.
Yes, the clearance rack. Well, I went shopping with Bingo and there was no 50% off fish, but I saw one for $2.35 that was somewhat discolored.
I told you not to get that fucking fish, man.
Well, actually,
isn't
that the problem?
Well, that's the problem because you said it's brown in the middle. Well, discount beef. You can tell how brown it can be, and still, in fact, most of the time when we get filet mignon, 50% off, it's brown, and it's the fucking best fillets I've ever had. Better than any Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Well, the browning is in oxidation because of the blood in the meat. That's different in fish, though.
The fish was just the center piece of it was brown, and I was just discolored. She's like, that's gross. So I knew this wasn't even 50% off. So I go, okay, bingo. I won't get it, knowing that if I wait a day, no one else is going to buy it because it's discolored, and I'll get it for 50% off. So and it's $1.17.50 for 2 nice fucking pieces of tilapia
that were brown in the middle.
Yeah, and so I ate that. I was cranking on the book. I ate that, and the next morning I shit 6 times in under 10 minutes, just water, just firing water, like sit back down and then immediately have to jump back up, rush back to the fucking train spotting the toilet all over creation. If I swear both toilets now after 4 days, if I had a day job and had to call in sick, I would just text a picture of my fucking toilet and say any questions.
I
haven't even bothered cleaning them up for the most part till it's over, and it's not. Day 5, whatever it was. I counted like after 6 shits in 10 minutes. Then I'm counting, and when I get up to 18, between 4:30 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon, whatever. I couldn't even wipe my ass. After like 13, I'm like, ow! My ass is like a fresh burn. And so I just dab it. Like, can I get maxi pads or something? Cause there's no meat to it. It's just fucking discolored water. And it wouldn't stop. And then I get the acid reflux when I try to lay down really bad. So over the course of 5 days, it's like I've gotten no energy. It's like I got dysentery with mononucleosis, a fucking hiatal hernia, and a million other bad things. It took me 24 hours before I puked. And I puked when there was nothing left in my system to shit. And I had nothing but sips of water. I'm like, how am I throwing up? I got theories. It's hiatal hernia is definitely going on still. That's where your stomach comes up through your esophageal sphincter.
Your top
holds
hole.
Your stomach down. So yeah, right around. I went to bed last night and it felt like there was a fucking rock, like a bowling ball, under my chest plate, and I'll have to wake up every couple of hours and make myself belch like I've been drinking beer. Anyway, see, I've been fucked. And that day I shit my pants 3 times in a day.
I did your laundry.
Yep. I sharded 1 pair of Saks, and it's so sacrilegious to shart in Saks underwear that I went right back. I have old school fucking Fruit of the Looms, and I just wore those. If I'm going to keep shitting my pants, I'm not going to disgrace the good name of a sponsor that not really a sponsor.
Turns out mine wasn't actually a shit. It was just, I think it was just, exhaustion.
Ass phlegm.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
exhaustion coming out of me.
Exhaustion. Oh, I'm just tired in my pants.
This is your pants telling you to take a break. One more Negroni.
So you washed out your underpants and hung them over the railing, and so you were freeballing at the bar drinking Negronis.
Oh yeah.
Probably fucking wagging your knees back and forth, going, nobody knows.
Freedom.
So I'm still fighting with this. I still get the waterboard shits, but it's because I haven't really eaten any solid foods in 5 days. And yeah, I should be writing a book tomorrow. I have to start writing a book again. I've had 3 days without writing a fucking thing. So I'm going to have to plow through and hope people feel bad for me that I worked through injury. We'll get back to shitting our pants because it'll probably make itself an easy callback. But we have a guest today.
Aww.
Aww.
Guess.
Amy Bingo Bingaman is here to plug her new event.
Video.
Her new project she's working on. Amy Bingo Bingaman. If you don't know her, she's a singer-songwriter as well as an author to be.
Kind of a Renaissance gal.
Written a book, but it's not.
Oh, honey.
Sorry, yeah.
That's all right. That's
you
all right.
look
Take your time.
sick. Need a break?
It's an unpublished book. It's
Bingo's book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it
Does
have,
it have a name?
Oh.
No. No, there's no name for it. There's no name for it yet.
And that's why it's unfinished, because
Yeah.
from what I've read and I've heard in the trades, the book has been written for about 8 years now.
Yeah, that's
yet
true.
you keep saying that it's an unfinished, it's a diary of your time in a Wyoming mental institution.
Yes.
Which we've talked about that in the podcast, but only touched on it. You've got like
Yeah, listeners might recognize Amy Bingo Bingaman as being my girlfriend the last decade. Actually, before we get into your project, and
Yeah.
we're dying to, we have some questions from listeners
Oh no.
that are familiar with your time on the podcast, as well as the
Did you get those? I saw
Howard Stern show. And so I have some questions, and I just they're for the listeners. And what I want you to do, I'm going to ask you the question, and I just want you to answer openly and honestly, right off the top of your own bean.
No, I hate this.
Okay. Here's one from, let's say, Bob in Texas.
Okay.
And Bob says, "Hey, Amy Bingo Bingaman, Doug Stanhope goes on the road quite a bit, and when he's not on the road, oftentimes has other projects like writing a book. How do you deal with your time when he's not there? Thanks for taking the time to answer my question." So go ahead and just answer that right off the top of your head into the microphone.
What do I do when...
Yeah, that's your answer.
Oh, that is a great question because I am not so bright. It is hard when Doug Stanhope isn't there to help me. Sometimes I do things wrong, like tie my shoes together, eat soap, or trade my pie money for magic beans. So Doug Stanhope will put me in a large burlap sack when he's away. It's the smart thing to do.
See, that I like your biting honesty, and I think the listeners appreciate it too.
That's a good question.
Just a couple more. Amy Bingo Bingaman. I love your appearances on the Howard Stern show. Howard seems to talk a lot about your lack of love life with Doug Stanhope. I'd like you to expound more upon this.
Once you have the pleasure of being deep donged by Doug Stanhope just once, you are satisfied for a lifetime. Anything more after that is a blessing. Just thinking about it makes me have a female explosion into my pants. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay,
very
what's
candid.
next? What's next, Doug
This
Stanhope?
is a candid
candid.
interview.
What's next, Doug Stanhope?
Oh, this is not from me. This is
Okay.
from here's one last
Okay.
one from a listener. Let's say Jim in Wisconsin, and he says, "Amy, you have become known as Bingo Buttercheeks Bingaman
Oh God.
for your graphic weight and size. I'd like to know what is your favorite snack on a Sunday afternoon?"
Well, Doug Stanhope, I like dunking for gummy worms in warm pork fat. If I don't have enough pork lard, I will use motor oil. I wish I had a trick spine that would allow me to nibble the grassy pimples off my homunculus bottom.
I think you're trying to say humongous, but either way,
Homunculus
I'm sorry.
works.
That's all the time that we have for Amy Bingo Bingaman. Sorry
Okay.
we couldn't get to your project, and you're up.
That's okay.
We'll get her next time.
Yeah. Come back anytime. Just call my producer. All right. I'm just giving you the business.
I know you are.
All right. So this project, you wrote a book 10 years ago, which is your diaries, your actual diaries.
It was when I was locked up for the first time, it's the copious notes I took while I was locked up in the mental institution. I wrote down everything that happened between
and
me,
not
other
like
patients.
in a notebook even. Any shard of paper.
Everything. And sometimes you weren't allowed a pen and paper, so I would use whatever I could, to document what was going on.
And then when you got here, you've compiled those and put them in a timeline and had your full diaries.
Diarrheas.
Okay.
Break time?
No, I'm fighting through it.
Okay. I
I've become a master of what is and isn't a fart at this point.
A connoisseur, if you will.
So you put those together, and I read it and I liked it, which is a fucking horror show. If you have any girlfriend in the arts that says, "Hey, take a look at my work," you're like, "Oh, Jesus, it's gonna suck." And then what do I say? Because if I say it's great, I'm gonna drink eventually and then say, "Nah, not so much." That honesty, that brutal honesty that doesn't need to be said. And it was fantastic. I fucking laughed several times reading that. Yeah. But it's never done. Been 10 years. I think when you're writing your book, I'm going to finish my book. What is it? Need a fucking a spine, a spinal? What do you call that? Fucking, you got to put it in a folder. I mean, the thing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about I have no words. A 3-ring binder.
Yeah.
Yes, that's. What else does it need? Sorry, we're supposed to be doing this straight. So
No,
what is
okay.
holding you back from putting this book out?
I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that once I put it out, I will have nothing. It will feel like I have nothing left to work on. I don't know. Maybe that's holding me back.
Yeah, but then I would think, all I have to do is put this out, and then I can do nothing. And not have to worry about it. No one's banging on your door for a follow-up project.
Yeah, no.
I gotta go back to a mental institution. They're looking for a sequel. Hollywood's clamoring for more. Go off your meds. So that's coming out, but you also recorded an album based on this diary.
Based on the
How many songs?
book. There's 9 songs on the album.
All right.
And I wanted the album to feel kind of schizophrenic, so there's a lot of different styles on. We've got like gospel, a chain gang tune, New Orleans brass band, 80s butt rock, some opera, strings. I wanted it to sound kind of schizophrenic, so I didn't have a band.
It does. It definitely does.
Yeah.
The song that you just put out on a video is that's the song that made me fall in love with you.
Yeah.
You put it in a book at one of the desert parties with some other fucking weird writing and
like
Which
a
is-
scrapbook. Was it that one
Yeah.
that
yeah,
had at
she
the house?
made it while she was out in the desert in
Yeah.
her truck, not able to communicate with anyone because it was her first time
Out.
seeing
in
people
public.
since the mental institution.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the other songs, when you did it, I go, people are going to have to read, like when I read the diaries, a lot of those songs that sound like nonsense, you
Makes
go, oh,
sense.
fuck, now I get it. A couple of the songs, you took actual dialogue that you had written down of, crazy people just talking.
Like Peach Pie, that song is the New Orleans brass band tune, and it's all of Heather, this woman, she would verbigerate and just talk.
It's like speaking in tongues, but with real words that just don't make sense. Way funnier.
Right. But she would verbigerate, and I would write down everything she said, quotes. I would get it exact. I would write it as she was speaking it, and then I just compiled.
And then
Peach
Heather
Pie
would go
was-
back to her fucking room and go, that crazy chick just writes down every fucking thing you say.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say as much as I can, as fast as I can, and
Who's
just watch
the
her frantically write.
Yeah, who's the fucking court stenographer out
Right.
here? Jesus Christ.
I wrote
Thought I had
down
problems.
everything.
So when you read the book, you're like, oh, fuck, now that song.
The record makes sense with the book. I would hope that the record stood alone. I would hope this song, Where to Put the Flowers, that is just out, I hope it stands alone. But it does go with the book, and it makes sense after you read the book. So
So now that you have the album completed, which you recorded 6-7 years ago now?
about 6 or 7, yeah.
Up in Portland with your
Portland,
friend
Oregon.
Rob. the
Robin Clabby.
Fucking fantastic musician.
Yeah.
Saxophonist.
And he's playing all over the record. He's amazing.
You played saxophone on this. The
this
one that
song
just went out.
Yeah.
What you're pitching here is you just released a video that you made with Whiskey Girl and Nowhere Man's sister and brother-in-law.
Yeah, which is Where to Put the Flowers. It was a song that I wrote with my good friend Jenya O'Gara right before I got locked up in the first mental institution. So, and yeah, I'm playing everything on it. The saxophones and the piano.
It's still it's a song that occasionally will come on my iPod and I get fucking goosebumps, and then I realize, oh fuck, that's Bingo's song. I feel like such a nitwit. Like I was all fucking roomy eyed at that song, and I realized, oh shit, this is Bingo's song, which is kind of really cool. Cause there's nothing else I really respect about you.
Oh,
Oh, the book.
Yeah, the book is great.
You're on a roll. Bingo, you're on a roll.
yeah.
So you just released this video, not to be confused with the video that we asked you all to vote for.
Yeah,
which
this
was
is a different one.
Yeah, that was Bingo finishing
Oh
one
Up
of Whiskey
Above.
Girl's. Yeah, Oh Up Above was the one that you voted for, and for not, it did not win.
It did not
You
win.
Got it into the
we
top
got
five.
We got popular vote by a landslide.
You pissed off some of the other contestants.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So that was
So
great.
when it went to
That
the
felt
judges,
great.
you didn't win, but I'm sure you want to thank the podcast listeners.
Oh, of course, I want to thank the killer
tirelessly-
termites. The killer termites. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
This is not that video. This is your own brand new video.
This
that
is
you
the first song off my record. This is mine.
If you remember, they came down to film this in Bisbee. Bingo was at the Central School, which is one of the locations, setting it up for the shoot the next day.
We were moving a piano.
Yeah. By we, you mean all the people that you
All my
called and
guys.
asked to move a piano for
All
you.
my guys.
She can mobilize, man. She got him there.
Yeah. Thank God for all my hernias.
Did I ask you? No, I
Nope,
did not.
I got way too many hernias and I'm keeping them like fucking
so
sick
you don't have
days.
to move pianos.
And that's when you had your seizure, fell on your melon,
I had a seizure.
looked
fell
like a
on my
Mayweather
face,
wife.
Fell on my face. It was cut up. I had stitches above my eye, a bruised black eye, scrapes all over. But it was only on the right side of my face.
You look like the character, like a female version of Two-Face, the Batman character, where one side, you know what I mean? Like one side was like, if you saw her from one side, and this is where you're going, if you saw her from one side, you'd be like, oh, hey, Bingo. If you saw her from the other side, it's like, ooh, she kind of looks like Bingo.
Yeah, one side you're going, ooh, ugly. And the other side you're going, ooh, someone tried to beat the ugly off her. So
I was pretty fucked up on the right side of my face.
2 days or day before.
No, it was the
this
day
is-
before.
This
we
is
were to
12
shoot.
hours before they're supposed to start shooting.
Yeah.
And Bingo completely, there's no way I can do this video. And, you know,
Somehow
Lindy Mindy and whatever that dude's name is. It's always
Lindy
around.
and Jeremy Nielsen.
Yeah.
Whiskey
She's
Girl.
immediately in positive attitude and we can make it work. And how bad is it? And I texted her
Not
a picture.
Bingo. No,
Yeah, no.
clarify.
No,
the
I
person that
thought this was
The
gone into the
filmmakers were
garbage.
all, we can work around it. How bad can it be? And then they're like, ugh.
We're
It's
driving
pretty
to
bad.
we're driving to the airport now. We're still coming.
Yeah.
And then when they got here, they pitched it, and we were all we thought there was a way to do it.
I thought there was a way to do it, but I kept getting shot down angrily.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Fuck you. I don't even care. I've been dealing with this dumb project for 10 years. But they did. They made it work. They filmed around your face.
They filmed around my face. You only see the left side of my face in the whole video, and you can't tell that I'm so fucked up on the other side.
And it looks fantastic. And you're half naked in it. You had to
Half
be.
naked.
Well, you're all naked, but yeah, most of it shows. Some people probably don't even hear the lyrics, which are fantastic. And you don't really remember filming it.
Oh, I remember so little of it. Like when I thought the whole project went into the toilet, and they didn't tell me they had anything for 2 weeks. And then they're like, no, the video, it turned out, and they showed it to me, and I didn't remember hardly any part of it. I was out of it.
And then they said, oh, by the way, here's your video.
Yeah. So I saw it for the first time, and I'm like, okay, this will work. This will work.
And it went up on our YouTube channel, which do we know what that is?
It's on the Stanhope YouTube. Thank you.
Do we have a link on my website or something to my YouTube channel? There's got to be.
I don't think there is.
It's called Where to Put the Flowers.
It'll be on the website under the podcast for this episode.
Yeah,
It'll be there.
That'll work.
But it's Stanhope's YouTube channel.
Okay.
I wouldn't know how to find that. I have no idea. So that's and then she cranks that one out. Then she's happy. You're happy with how it turned out?
Yeah,
I could tell by you put it out last night. And did nothing for 14 hours but stare at her phone and refresh and refresh to see how many she was every time she refreshed, it seemed like someone else had watched it. The number went up by 1. She only got 1 negative comment, which was a big step. I'm still against it. We're going to leave the comments up for this one. And I'm like, bingo, you don't have that kind of stomach. I don't have that kind of stomach. I won't read
it's been
fucking
fine.
YouTube
There's
comments.
been one thumbs down, and all the comments have been great. So,
well, good. Hopefully the listeners know that you're a fragile soul.
Oh,
and don't
no,
take
I'm not.
full
I can
advantage.
take it.
No, you can't.
No, okay, never
I'm sure
mind.
you'll get some butter
Not from the
cheeks,
killer term,
fat jokes.
Oh, I have already, actually. I've had a few of those.
You roll with it well. And immediately Bingo says, well, I want to do videos for all of my songs.
Oh.
Like fucking, like known artists don't do that. You can't have a video for every one of your songs. Put the fucking hit out.
Hey, the Who did. They did Tommy, a rock opera.
See, there you go.
Every single one. Oh, that's not helping? Sorry. The Who?
Bingo the musical. Where do I find some lard? I'd sure like to eat some lard. And then up tempo. So when do you plan on having the book out? I have a deadline.
Oh, your deadline is going to be in the toilet real soon.
Yeah, we might have to take a break. We'll come back after this squirting shit with a little bit more from Amy Buttercheeks Bingo Dingaling Ding Dong Dingaman. Hey faggots, listen. We have merch. We have a donation button. And I don't like to ask you to do that, but we just got some fucking numbers where we could actually do some advertising. And I don't want to do it. But Chaille could actually make really good money if I start doing advertising. I'd rather you buy some merch or donate when I say that. Because I hate to be the guy that says, you know what, yeah, no, I'm going to turn down that money. I would not even take. That would be for Chaille. We just get drunk and talk into microphones. This is not like this is a lot out of my day. But we got to keep fucking Chaille in business. So yeah, buy merch or else. Stamps. What? And now back to the podcast, as I'm saying.
Walk right in, let's ride down, and then let your mind roll on.
That was the second night in a row podcasting where I said if I had the portable recorder and taped what just happened in that bathroom, it would be, I'd put it out as a comedy album because, as I've always said, there's nothing funnier than farts, including wet shit farts. And that was just 4 solid minutes of continuous splattering air, just spitting air with fucking Gino and, what's his name from across the street? Harley. Are in there watching hockey just outside the door. Fortunately, they scored right in the middle of it. Fucking Blackhawks scored, so there's a lot of fucking cover noise. But I wanted them to enjoy that. Like that, if I heard that, I would think someone's playing a tape because no possible way that much fucking spitting wind could come out of one man that much in one sitting. And if I wasn't terrified of what's going on inside my body, because all this air, like with the hiatal hernias, that's the inside. That's not even one of the hernias I talk about with my ventral. I have fucking 4 hernias. One I had fixed, the umbilical. Then I get the inguinal and the ventral, and the one inside that I've only had a problem with once before. Bingo would remember. We went to the fucking baseball game, and I ate a hot dog too fast, and it felt like half a hot dog was lodged in my esophagus just beneath my fucking breastplate.
Maybe, I mean, could it have been that you just ate too fast and that was a piece of hot dog? Or why is it a hernia that makes it, maybe you ate too much hot dog all at once?
Well, my dad had the same thing where they had to go inside of him and plunge it's only if it gets really bad, but plunge. It's like having a prolapsed rectum, but it's in your fucking esophagus. Your stomach's coming up through that. It's what stops all your fucking lunch from coming up.
Yeah.
But then you get a pocket on the other side of your fucking neck asshole.
You gotta like kind of push it back in.
Asshole.
Yeah, then my dad's was
Past
really bad,
that, yeah.
but when I had that, and I felt it right away. But this was, I had to have at least 2 different things. Because you don't get the screaming 48-hour water shits, which is now, 96 hours. That's tilapia for a while. No,
I disagree.
For a little
We've been
while.
talking about this. I think that was a coincidence that you ate rancid fish.
Well, I do every day, pretty much.
That's the thing. I mean, but it seems to me that any time that I've heard or had what I thought was food poisoning, it was quicker. And it was a lot more violent.
I know, that's what I'm
quickly.
saying. For a minimal amount of time, you can write it off as bad fish.
Yeah.
But that, you don't get, the hiatal hernia does not give you the liquid fire shits. And I also get, I have flu-like symptoms till now. Like, just get these waves of fever, flush, and sapped of all energy. So I know the hiatal hernia is in effect, but I don't know what else. Because
is that from the beginning?
I have not eaten solid food except for a few bites of scrambled egg, singular, and a little bit of 50% off pot roast.
Oh, Stanhope. God damn it.
Hey, it's a habit that's hard to break. It's part of his routine, man. He has to.
Either way, something's creating that air inside of me. Because I'll wake up and belch like I've been hammering beers, and I'm not, there's no intake. It's like, did I eat a corpse? Because I know a corpse will eventually swell up and,
from the biology that's happening inside of the corpse.
Yeah, like
and
this,
it being a contained area, it blows up like a balloon until eventually it pops.
Yeah, so I just keep spitting air out of both ends without anything to justify that. So who knows? I have no idea. Bingo Bingaman, I will trick into the bathroom when I've really destroyed it, and I'll find any, and she falls for it almost every time. No, this morning I said, you don't want to come in here. Like generally I'll go, honey, look at the centipede in the bathtub. Get a stick.
The one you did to me one time on tour was, and I had no idea this was a game you played.
This is a game.
You came out of the bathroom, which was pretty quick. So I was busy, and you're like, who the fuck would put a nickel in the toilet? And I'm all, are you fucking serious? We just checked in. You went right to the shitter, dumped a load, and came out and said, who'd put a nickel in the toilet? And I walk over and I go, are you serious? Cause I was gonna we'll complain. We'll get another room. And I go
if
in
it were
there.
Hennigan, he'd be going after the nickel.
Oh, it was like a punch in the nose.
So yeah, do that to Bingo with any just dubious excuse for why. Oh Jesus! Get me a Band-Aid quick. They're in the bathroom. Like I cut myself. Quick!
I fall for it.
Hold on. Okay,
time.
I'm coming. Ah, you fucking asshole! It was so bad this morning that she came in to get me Tums, and I said, "Fuck, I need Tums because I'm belching on the toilet." Double ending it.
I was worried about you.
But you came in and I said, "Don't come in here right now." And then 30 seconds later, I went, oh, fuck, no, I need those Tums really bad. And then you came in. After I just, like, it was so bad I wouldn't even let you in. And then 30 seconds later, you come rushing in to save me.
Oh, it was awful.
And then I grabbed you by the fucking hips while I'm sitting on the toilet to hold you in there.
Oh, it was awful.
How about a hug?
It was awful. How about a hug?
Why did you need the Tums like that quick with like a suppository or something? I mean,
Oh, yeah, why would she believe that?
yeah.
Well, when you get that fucking acid reflux, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But she was worried about me. She's a sweetheart. Speaking of fat shaming.
Okay.
This just goes nowhere. And I wish I had a clip, but it's a podcast. Do you know what Cenogenics is? It's those commercials with the fucking senior citizen dudes who take this, hormone therapy.
They got
whatever,
the
what's it called?
titties and
They're fucking naked dudes on TV. They're shirtless. Well, I started Cenogenics and now my libido. Well, and he looks at his wife. Now he wants to do it all the time. And this is Dr. So-and-so, of course, the guys that invented this fraud program. If you Google search Cenogenics fraud, Cenogenics scam, actually, you don't even have to. If you put in Cenogenics, the predictive text on Google will just go to fraud, scam, bullshit, etc. But they have TV commercials, and then they show age 72 and the before and after, and then afterwards, it's a 72-year-old dude shirtless. And yes, you have pecs. You have fucking nipples that hang down like a bitch dog after a litter. You're fucking disgusting. Shape shaming is what I'm trying to invoke here. Just because you're in good shape doesn't mean someone wants to see you without your shirt on. You're 72. You're sitting there with a fucking waxed chest. Do you really think, because a hooker doesn't gag as much when she sees you, that means you should be on TV without a fucking shirt on? And I remember I tweeted him once because I read Newser a lot for my news. It's just little clips of stuff. I don't know if you read newser.com.
It's an online aggregate. Yeah.
Their slogan is read less, know more. It's really dumb. It's fucking, it's eye candy, but you'll find out, okay, I don't need to watch, 24-hour coverage with Wolf Blitzer of Baltimore. I got a, 2 paragraphs. It's good. And, but they have, the ads that come up every time you refresh or hit a new page, all the different ads come up, and fucking Cenogenics is always there with that one fucking dude with the long nipples, all leaning against a Harley with no shirt on. And at one point I tweeted something about how fucking horrific they are, and they tweeted back at me like mockingly, hey, maybe someone really needs our product. You're fucking gross. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. Shape shaming. Yeah, you're a fucking old dude. Nobody wants to fuck you. Wow, my wife's so happy. I want to do it all the time. No, she's not. No, she's not. That's all I got on that.
You're writing a book.
I am writing a book. And right now it's a piece of shit. Thank you for everyone who's, my friends that text me or call. Hey, I can't wait to read the fucking book. It's going to be great. Well, don't keep saying that. Lower your expectations. Because the first draft is just trying to remember shit and call people who remember shit. So you make sure it's accurate and it's not well written at all. That's the second draft. Third draft, I'll try to make it funny.
Then Canada.
And then I'll fucking just quit and say, I can't make my deadline. Let me give you money back.
That's when Hennigan tackles you. Wrestles the phone from your hand. He says he's almost done.
That's a thing. That's an email I got today was, someone from, he's a contributor for, Vice.com, which I fucking love Vice. I think it's the best news source out there for, not necessarily the news, but shit you should know. And, hey, can I get a +1 for, your show at the Hammersmith in London? I write for this and I'd love to do a review and, get an interview if you have time. And this is where Hennigan and I'm sure he lies to me now because no, you don't get a fucking +1. You write for someone. Vice.com has a fucking lot of money. The show is sold out. So if there were 2 tickets to give out, I'd have sold them because that's what I'm in fucking business for. I don't need a review. Like what? Like everyone's a critic. Anyway, now that you have Facebook, everyone's going to give you shit. Everyone's on Twitter, 140-word review of your show. At least they fucking paid to do that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pay for you to come in and tell me what you think about me. Tickets are like fucking $60 or something. I don't know. They're fucking a lot of money. And you need, do you need a fucking ticket? You need a +1. So what? The other guy takes fucking notes while you just pontificate out loud during my set? I don't know what you need a +1 for. Do I bring my girlfriend to work? Yes, I do, because she has a fucking job at the merch booth. If she didn't, you gonna bring your fucking girlfriend to your job? Okay, stop it. This is not you. I respect your work, Vice.com. I love you, but every fucking asshole, it's especially in the UK, where newspapers are still something that people read. So yeah, well, I want to do a review. No, if you want to do a review, get tickets while they're still available and pay for the fucking thing, because your opinion is no different than an asshole on Twitter. So don't expect me to, because that money comes right out of my pocket. I give you a fucking +1 and take 2 seats away from paying customers. That's my money. I'm not that vain where I need to hear your dumb fucking opinion in a newspaper that no one I care about reads. It's fucking rude. Like, my fans are the brokest fucking people on earth. And like, if I was going to comp anyone, it would be someone who's desperate to see my show, but they just got out of jail or they lost their legs drunk on the railroad tracks or some fucking, everyone I know has a legitimate
that old
sob
story.
The only people that have any money that come to see me are fucking you, jerk off reporter guy who makes money. You're going to wait. You want free tickets to make money off of what I do. Like, without me, there's no you. If you didn't get to fucking criticize me, critique me, I don't care if it's positive. If I didn't do this, what are you going to write about? What's your own fucking idea? And now you're going to make money off of your opinion of me and you want me to pay for it. Fuck you. And Brian Hennigan is the one who lets these cocksuckers in. Oh, well, it's the Guardian. I don't care if it's the fucking Guardian or a tweet. Pat my balls is going to tweet about it. We got to get him in free. No. This is not specifically at you, Vice guy, but you're the one who emailed me today, and I had to stop myself. That's why I shouldn't even read any email. Just let any fucking business thing go to Brian. But then Brian will fucking let him in.
Didn't we have a Vice guy meet us on the road?
It's a contributor.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You don't even know what a contributor really means, because one of every comic's intros for a long time in the 90s was he writes for the Jay Leno Tonight Show. Well, anyone can submit jokes to the Tonight Show.
It's the answering machine.
Or at least that was the case back then.
Yeah.
And occasionally he might buy one and you get $30 or something. So
credit for life.
Yeah, exactly. One time Jay Leno, his team goes through the slew of facsimiles being.
That's right. There were faxes.
Yeah.
You could send in.
Fax in your jokes, and maybe one time and then forever. Oh, he's a writer for the Tonight Show. Really? So someone says, I'm a contributor to Vice or any other fucking magazine. Well, he might have written one thing. I was featured in Hustler magazine, which I just found going through old shit. No, before the big spread that just came out years ago, I found where I just did like a top 5 list of some kind. Yeah. Can you grab that bone away from Henry? It's making Chaille's audio crazy. So I could have said as featured in Hustler magazine. Not that that would have drawn flies, but yeah, I did some kind of holiday thing. 5 things you don't want for the holidays or something by Doug Stanhope, comedian. So It's a bullshit credit, or maybe it's not, but you don't know. When I first before podcasts were the thing, there was podcasts and internet radio, which was live streaming, and people would call you or email you and say, "Hey, will you do our internet radio?" And if I was at home and bored and had nothing to do, occasionally I'd do them, but I had no idea what it was, and I assumed nobody's listening to this, which they weren't most of the time. And like, what a great scam to just get someone to fucking call you. Is just, I have internet radio. So what you're going to do is record it, and then no one's going to listen to it. So it's just like, hey, will you call me so I can talk to you? No, why would I do that? I'm a fan. Well, so are a lot of other people. It's internet radio? Okay. It's the same thing.
No other qualifier other than it's internet radio.
Yep.
I have 7 listeners. I mean, it's internet radio.
Yeah. I think Keith and the Girl was the first one I did where then all of a sudden I just got like shitloads of email. I heard you on Keith and the Girl.
Oh, you did one.
I did one before I realized
opened.
any of them had any listeners. I was just doing them because I was bored. And it was before I realized that shit lives forever on the internet. So that's that. What, we gotta thank some people. Someone sent me a stolen Bible.
This right here?
Yes. And I'm like, I can't use that. That's not stolen. Oh, yes, it is stolen. He sent a note. Hi, Doug. This Bible was stolen from a hotel in Hiroshima. Thought you could sell it on your site. Apparently, it was one of the few Bibles to survive the atomic blast in 45, which explains why it's a bit roughed up. Ha ha. Also, a keychain and some matches from the hotel the book came from. Cheers. Or kanpai from Ryan. So yeah, keep this keychain and the book of matches from the hotel, because it's a New Testament, it says in English, and the rest is all in fucking Japanese. But as long as it's legitimately stolen from a hotel, yeah, we'll rape someone on this in Canada.
No, this should go on eBay. If I can.
However, I give it to you. I forget it exists. Someone sent that a talking Rodney Dangerfield doll.
Okay, hold on.
A 2-foot tall talking. We don't have batteries for it yet, but if it works, you press the button and it does Rodney bits. And that's a cool thing that we'll put on a shelf. I don't see selling that. Or maybe we do. Maybe we sell that. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes before I have to go back to comedy. Hey, just keep writing a book and selling nonsense to stay alive.
We don't know if that works, so we'll Rodney Dangerfield.
Someone said, the dude with the Texas catsup sent 11 more bottles of Texas catsup, not available anywhere in the world except at that guy's barbecue place that he works for, doesn't even own, and I don't even know the name of it. It's in Indiana somewhere. I wouldn't mention the name because the guy just works there and steals all this Texas catsup and sends it to us. We'll never get through all of this. Maybe send out a couple bottles of Texas catsup in a random merchandise order.
We're out down in Black Knob because I thought the Tops had that little pee hole like in Tabasco.
Oh.
So I had some really spicy sweet eggs. Because I did one of those like double shakes before I realized that's most of the bottle that just went out.
The Cadillac did get bought, and not by a podcast listener, not even a fan, just a guy who wanted a Cadillac. So it got sold. We took a small bath on it, but that's fine. He's coming to pick it up on Saturday. Floyd's ass cancer party, Kiss My Asshole Goodbye party, is this Friday from 4 to 8. Are you invited? No, you don't know Floyd. But we're having the party. We're not doing outrageous things like we had planned. But who knows? The whole time I was thinking, well, when he gets fucked up enough, he might do all this, having molds made of his asshole. And I go, wait, he doesn't drink. He's got ass cancer.
Yeah.
But you still think he's drinking. So that's that. Hair Doug and bingo, this and that. Hot sauce. Oh, yeah, someone sent a whole case of their own homemade hot sauce, which I'll let you try first.
Anytime we get some food that's like homemade, it's like, well, it's either hot sauce or it's semen. And I did try the caramel corn.
I really like things with expiration dates. Hence the fucking 50% off.
That's so weird.
But it's it has an expiration date on the thing.
You can write whatever you fucking want on that thing.
Safeway, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
They err on the side of caution.
A big company.
Well, George, I can't read your handwriting. Paez, whoever sent this, there's no expiration date. This is handmade hot sauce. Joby, when he leaves
vinegar, dude.
That's what, yeah. Well, I'll try it. Once I'm back up to snuff. Once my body's working again. My fucking corpse, my carcass is not making gurgling sounds of monsoons in a distance.
He sent a legend with the hotness factor of each of the hot sauces. I mean, he's serious about his fucking shit here.
Yeah. Dear Doug and Bingo was planning to send this during rehab, but couldn't find the right box. If you don't like toys, sign it and sell it.
That was the Rodney Dangerfield.
That's the Rodney Dangerfield guy.
It came with the Rodney Dangerfield.
You're reading that.
Well, then he's trustworthy.
You're reading that thinking it's hot sauce.
Yeah.
Now, the hot sauce guy has roasted jalapeno, some armadillo, which, yeah, I guess I'll try it. I've eaten squirrel.
So if some unlabeled hot sauce comes with your next t-shirt purchase from the merch, yeah, that's
You're
from
lucky.
George Paez. But I'll try one when I can stomach food again. And other people have sent some shit. I don't know where. I don't know what.
That's all we got here.
I don't know. I know, but it's stuff comes in every day, and I'm working, and we only podcast every so often. So thanks for sending shit. 212 Van Dyke Street, Bisbee, Arizona, 85603. And if you want me to answer any of your questions, like the lovely questions you had for Amy Bingo Bingaman.
Yeah, thanks again. Thanks again for doing that last minute.
Yeah, make your, send your, I only answer snail mail questions. Make them as short as a tweet. Send them to 212 Van Dyke Street, Bisbee, Arizona, 85603. And if I get around to it, I'll answer your dumb questions. What else we got, Chaille? Should we take a break to make sure we're not forgetting something?
No, I think we're done.
I think we are.
You got, Canada date's coming up. They added a Calgary date. Calgary on the 17th of June is sold out. And so Hennigan, filled up that, 18th with another Calgary.
All right. Yeah. Canada's coming up. UK dates. You keep torturing me. What else are you going to do? I don't fucking know. Hennigan, he seems to be on a bender more than he is working. Oh no. Oh no. It takes them so fucking long to get back with me. Really? Or have you just been hitting the hooch? By the way, in all this fucking research I've been doing, and by research, I mean plowing through only like 2 big tote boxes of leftover mother shit. Thank God she was a fucking hoarder, because I'm finding shit, most of it nonsense. 25-page magazine photocopy of an article about the benefits of cayenne pepper. Like, why is it? But then you go through some more. I found a lot of shit, but one of the things I found was my great-grandmother's original work permit and birth certificate separately. 1886 birth certificate, original from Scotland, and her immigration with their picture on it to come here in like the teens or the 30s.
What?
Yeah. So I'm fucking Scottish. Like I was
brother in arms.
Yeah,
Hennigan.
I'm like a fucking old school. So that accent I do of Hennigan, is authentic.
Yes, it is.
That is an authentic Scottish accent. I have paperwork. Fucking Hennigan probably doesn't even have accurate paperwork.
Yeah.
Woo! Yes, I'm so happy to be Scottish.
You're not even doing Hennigan.
Yeah.
That's not even Hennigan. That's a Scotsman.
That's a Scotsman. So, like anyone else in this country, I knew, I guess I'm like English, Scottish, and, German, but you don't know why or how fucking many centuries that goes back. But, 1886, my fucking great grandmother, born in Scotland. I'll have to photocopy that and see if anyone of you fuck, whatever a slang term for a Scotsman is, can figure out exactly where. Find her grave. So yeah, here, go Scotland. Fight for independence. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out how to be a proper Scotsman now. Tweet me and give me, what I should know. All right, that's it. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you. And thank you, Amy Bingo Bingaman. You can find her on Twitter at Bingo Bingaman, or as someone, has, come up with, at Amy Buttercheeks is her, what do you call that? Alter ego. That, about fat Amy Bingaman. And it's your Facebook, which you really use, is Facebook / Amy _Bingaman or just Amy Bingaman?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Amy Bingaman.
All right,
She
Amy
knows.
Bingaman. All right, yeah. So, and find the YouTube thing on the link on my site to this podcast. Okay, and to close us out, the Mattoid is going to have to take this podcast off so we can spin this one more time from yesterday's intro, and I love it because this guy's actually made over 70,000 songs, most of them poop related, and he made one just for us. So this is Mautern Media, Mautern with a T, and there'll be a link on the breakdown of this podcast. So spin it again. I don't think it has a name, but it's about Doug Stanhope, poop, and farts. Have a great week.
Good old Doug Stanhope, world famous genius, comedic mind. But you know, poop still falls from his behind. That's right, just like you and me. Doug Stanhope goes poop and pee. Oh, yeah. And it stinks. It's the Doug Stanhope Podcast. It's the Doug Stanhope Podcast, oh yeah. It's the Doug Stanhope Podcast. It's the Doug Stanhope Podcast, oh yeah. It's the Doug Stanhope Podcast.